Oye, te hablo desde la prisión. Wilson Manyoma. Borbona.
Mass is none. Well, I'm a little early.
You say you're a little early?
Yeah.
No such thing, bro.
Mass is none. Episode 114, 114. I don't got any funny jokes about 114. It's kind of like a regular number.
Yeah, it's a regular ass number. There really ain't too much
right?
to it.
What happens on the 14th of January?
I don't know. Is that some kind of holiday I need to know?
I don't think so. You know what? I'm not touching this one.
Yeah,
I don't know what lands on that day.
Yeah, I have no idea. Is that Easter?
Could be Easter. The rebirth. Back to life. Crazy how we just turned that into like where'd the rabbit come from?
The rabbit in Easter?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I have no idea. I don't know where an Easter came from and why we have eggs, but it's a rabbit.
Where'd that rabbit come from?
I don't know. I'm sure there's some kind of old folklore or some shit that it probably something has nothing to do with Easter. It had something to do with like the plague or something, like Ring Around the Rosie. You know what Ring Around the Rosie is? You know, Ring Around the Rosie.
I know a song. I don't know where it's from.
Dude, they're singing about the plague. That's what it's about. Like Ring Around the Rosie, that's you used to get red rings on you from it. Pocket full of posies, ashes to ashes, we all fall down. And you just throw. They would keep posies with them because of the smell. So they would keep flowers. That's why you had a pocket full of posies. Ashes to ashes, we all fall down. They used to burn the dead bodies.
That's pretty deep.
Yeah,
isn't it? Off with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty gnarly.
You never know I made that shit up. No, I'm just kidding. But that's true.
What was the plague? What were they dying from? What were those red circles?
I'm talking about the Black Death, the bubonic plague. That's who used to kill. You remember the plague, the Black Death.
Oh, okay.
That shit.
But what was that shit?
It was some disease that was carried by like rodents. I think it was transmitted by fleas and small insects that like bite these animals. And then it was just poor hygiene and just like bad waste management. So there was just garbage in the streets and shit.
There was shit in the street.
There was dead bodies in the street. So then it would just be. So then it was just these stinking rats would be everywhere, just passing along these parasites and stuff, or these not parasites, but these bugs like fleas and shit, and they would bite people and they would catch it.
You think people eating them rats?
Yeah, hell yeah. You didn't hear that North Korean girl talking at?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but they were. I'm sure they were eating that shit, bro. For sure.
Got my notepad today.
Yeah, yo, hit me with something, bro.
Got my notepad today.
I think we're gonna start. Let's start on something that's don't matter. I want to start on just giving a little bit of empathy to what some of the police have to endure.
Oh yeah,
like
damn! I wish I would have known you were gonna start with that, because I would have pulled up. So there are so many clips that I could pull up right now of like police officers just getting fucked with for no reason.
Yeah, bro, it's what they have to endure today is crazy. It's got to be one of the most thankless, difficult careers that a person can possibly choose. Like, did you see that guy in the subway? That police officer in the New York City subway
with the scuffle?
That wasn't a scuffle. That was a fist fight.
Yeah.
So he allegedly, this 16-year-old kid and a girl jumped a turnstile. So this cop stops him, and according to a witness, one thing led to another, and the cop pushed this 16-year-old. And the 16-year-old just snapped and starts full-on fist fighting this police officer. And this police officer, due to what clearly appeared to be just like not sufficient training exercises.
I have the video. You can play it.
Do you have the video?
I have the video.
Oh my God. All right. So, how long is the video?
It's not too long that I thought we shouldn't watch it.
Okay. All right. So this video.
I have no idea how long it is. I don't remember. It might be under a minute.
All right. So we're going to play this video because if anybody knows any law enforcement or anybody's ever had to call law enforcement, I mean, now as an older gentleman, I think differently about the cops. Of course, when you're young, you can't stand the cops or whatever. But you reach a certain age where you realize that there's a lot of dangerous people walking around,
Yeah.
and we need to be able to call people with guns
Yeah.
to show up and take care of it.
Somebody's got to be responsible for all this.
Somebody's got to run toward the gunfire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that sign up for that job, and NYPD don't get paid as much as a lot of other agencies.
It's not
You
like
know?
it looks like in the movies back in the Wild West, right? Where the sheriff
No.
was the guy that was respected. He went into the bar, told you to go home. You went home.
No, yeah. Nah, like everybody now is like, why are you detaining me? Pulling phones out and recording people like
There's a lot of street lawyers. I wonder what their term is for that.
representation. It's called a litigator? No.
Litigators?
I don't know.
Litigators.
Can
are
I phone
people
a
who
friend?
litigate.
Can I phone a friend?
But go ahead, play the video.
All right, so I'm going
You
to
can
play
walk
this
us
video.
through it.
All right,
'Cause
so
I
I'm
don't
going to
think
play
there's any
this.
sound. I'm sorry.
Oh, there's no sound? That's all
I
right.
don't think there's any sound.
All right, so again, I'm going to set the scene. This kid and a girl allegedly jumped the turnstile. The police officer stops him. Something was said to have happened off camera that there was a shoving. Someone shoved the other person, and then it just escalated into an all-out fist fight. And if the cop, seems like if he had a little bit more training in terms of a scuffle-like situation, I think it would have saved both of them. It would have saved this kid from having a charge of assaulting an officer, and it would have saved this cop from getting punched in the face a bunch of times. So I think everybody wins with a little bit of bit of close quarter training.
Yeah, a
you
little
know?
bit of training,
Yeah.
and everybody goes home happy.
Yeah. So what is it? Video 1. Every time Berto loads a clip, I want everybody to know it's Russian roulette. It's Berto roulette. We don't know what we're gonna get.
No, you know what it is so I put the clips on in the order that in my head earlier in the day I believe this conversation is gonna go.
I bet you don't share that with me.
I just don't remember. By the time you get here, I'm like, I don't fucking
All right.
remember.
So how many videos are loaded?
There's 2.
Okay, there's 2. So I got a 50-50 chance here.
Yeah.
They're loaded on video 1 or video 2.
Yes.
All right.
I think it's video 2.
So what we should do is take a poll in the chat. Should we hit video 1 or video 2? All right. I think I'm going to go with video 2. Something's telling me video 2.
Yeah, I think it is video 2.
Something's telling me video 2. So we're going to see if we have this video here, and if it's something else, we'll just switch back.
Yeah. That's not it. That's not the one.
Here
we
it
go.
is. Ooh. See that
Hold
cop?
on. Let me run it back for
Yeah,
you
run
guys.
it back. See, and that cop feeling that his only option is to throw a strike. See this upper body grabbing? Dude, shoot. Not your weapon. I mean for a double. I mean a single leg or a double. But that's a high energy. Yo, that kid is pretty
hip
strong.
Toss. You see him his hip toss him, he's bulldog choking him.
Damn, with the hearts on the knees. Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
I'm surprised this other guy. Ooh, he eats an elbow right there on the inside.
Damn, that was a good elbow in the clinch. Mm-hmm. See,
This
look,
guy's just grabbing him. He's not even. He's like,
they're grabbing arms. I mean, I'm not the be all end all of grabbing. See, that right there should have ended this. That should have ended. See, now he's throwing strikes because everybody's punching now. And this becomes a brutal. And look, nobody wants to help. Everybody wants to videotape. But if one single person,
yeah. But the thing is also,
if one single person were to get involved and help to stop this, they could have saved this kid from having a real severe charge on his record. They also could have saved this cop from now wanting to pull his weapon every time he has to stop somebody.
you also don't want civilian fucking Batman out there getting involved in some of these things, because then that's how sometimes you end up. They could get hurt. The reason why all the cops wear the uniforms,
civilians?
yeah.
I mean, yeah, you could get hurt, but I mean,
That's their job,
yeah, it's their job.
It's a terrible job. This shouldn't even have to happen. You know what's interesting is that this kid's 16, but you know what? Maybe he's a big 16-year-old. But I'm thinking, damn, what if this is like a grown, another grown man?
See, but now this is all out. Yeah, damn.
He cleaned him a couple times.
Yeah. He looks like he might have a little ground and pound experience, but see, to me, everybody standing there, we can get out of this video.
Yeah.
To me, everybody that is standing there and videotaping and stuff, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. Maybe you're right. I mean, I don't know. I'm Monday morning quarterbacking this thing.
I'm 100%. I'm playing fucking the same exact game. I'm fucking driving from the back seat.
Yeah.
1000%. When you're in the moment, like who the fuck knows? This guy might have some training. Maybe he did get a bunch of close quarter training.
Yeah, maybe
And
he did.
in the moment,
Maybe he did.
You know, you're panicking. All that shit goes out the fucking window.
Yeah, yo, Mike Tyson said it. Everybody
Yeah.
got a plan till you get punched.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
And
but-
it's just instinct takes over. He's just trying to push him against the gate.
Yeah, I guess he was just trying not to get hit, but to me, he's just keeping him at striking distance. Like, there's a reason why in boxing, when you start getting hit, you clinch. Like, so it's hard to get hit.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he was like just keeping him at striking distance.
Yeah, I don't know what his goal was. Also, another thing is that they get like, you know, a lot of scrutiny for the way
They handle situations.
They handle situations.
Agreed.
So
I agree.
maybe he could have picked this kid up and slammed him, but he
Yeah.
was trying to like, you know, take it easy because he knows the cameras are on him. You know, there's a million and one things that could have happened, but at the end of the day, like, this shouldn't have to happen.
Yeah, man, that's just sad all around. But what's crazy is, what's crazy is Berto tells me that they let this kid out with no bail. They just let him out.
So
Like the same day, like within a couple hours, he was out.
yeah, we talked about this. I seen this video. I don't know if I seen it yesterday or a couple days before. I don't remember when I seen it, and then I seen another video, like a news article that was saying that they let this guy out on no bail. Like they just let him out, and he was like, he has priors. He was like previously arrested with like a group of people, and he got caught with a pistol or something allegedly.
Yeah. I mean, I think that just incentivizes people to now fight the police. Like, there's no way that this is going to go well in the future, because what this is going to lead to is, I mean, it's definitely not going to be like, oh, they let him out, I'm definitely not going to fight a cop.
I'm gonna come home same night.
Yeah, but so, and then in turn, I think it's not going to increase police training. They're not going to incorporate, you know, mandatory 2 days a week jiu-jitsu training at the academy. All this is going to do is just going to cause, one, either cops to resign or cops to not sign up, and we need police, or they're just going to resort to more dangerous measures. Like, they're just going to use more lethal force.
Then they should have tased him.
Absolutely.
Yeah, right.
Absolutely. They should have surfboarded him.
Yeah, 100%.
Real
They
quick.
should have made him.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, the kid shits himself.
Yeah. I mean, you're that tense, you ain't going to shit.
No, a lot of guys shit themselves when
they
you
get
get
tased?
tased. Yeah, because like something about losing all like ability to like your muscles, or you lose all your ability to control your muscles. I guess.
But
so.
you get tense. So
Yeah.
maybe just at the end when it comes out, you just shit.
You think when you come back that like the asshole resets last?
Yeah.
Like your body starts from the brain down.
Possibly. Or there's like overcompensation for how tight it was, so it just opens extra. And then it tightens back up again.
Okay, yeah.
You know, there might be a little second, your butthole might blink a little bit. You know what I'm
That
saying?
shit open up like a Venus flytrap.
Might dilate. Hand to hand with the police. All right. So Spaz says, when it comes to hand in hand, first of all, he said he was all in on video 3. I wish that I knew that you said that, but
There was definitely no video 3.
there was only video 1 and video 2.
Is there a video 3 button?
Yes, there absolutely is. And there's a segment button and an Elon button and all kinds of buttons over here. So Spaz says in the chat, when it comes to hand with the police always win. So you prioritize not getting hurt. Agreed.
Yeah. This guy was striking. He thought it was like he was in like some kind of fight where they were both going to walk away. Now he did get out on no bond or whatever the case may be, but he's still going to go to court for this. This kid might go. He might get some time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like Spaz is saying maybe they let him go because he's a minor. I don't care how young that person was. That person is dangerous.
Yeah, if
If that person did that to a police officer, what do you think they're going to do to Julio in the bodega? What do you think is going to happen
did
there?
that for jumping a turnstile.
Yeah, bro. Like, I mean, clearly there's a large discrepancy in what you think you can and can't do to another person.
Yeah.
Right? There's a very large discrepancy, because I'll tell you right now, the only reason that he didn't beat that cop unconscious is because the cop was in good shape and had backup there.
Yeah.
You know, if that's a regular person, if that's somebody walking their dog, or that's somebody that's just like, hey, buddy, stop blowing like smoke in my face or something like that, whack, they're going to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Like, that kid was ready to give it to anybody.
Yeah.
He's like, you see these hearts on these jeans? You got to catch these hands. You know what I'm saying?
to choke you with that bulldog choke. Some people might not have gotten out of
Yo,
that.
that was an arm in bulldog choke. Yo, and a hip toss.
And he hip tossed him, yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'm sitting here and I'm like, damn. I was like, that's a purple belt in judo. God damn.
No, but you're right. Especially when you understand, like we all understand the consequences are significantly higher as opposed to beating somebody up in the street to beat up an officer, and you still like get that crazy. I don't know, man. It's like take your ticket for the turnstile, like for jumping a thing, and go home.
He probably wouldn't have even ticketed him if he was just like years ago I jumped the turnstile and I got stopped.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What happened?
And the cop was like, yo, and I was like, oh shit, I didn't even see him. I didn't even see
Yeah,
him.
they're
He was
always
right there.
sitting in a corner somewhere.
Bro, he was like blending in with the green bars, like the gate. All of a sudden, he just came out like
Like that Marine commercial?
Yeah, he just came out like I was like, what? And he almost caught me. Like when I jumped over the turnstile, he caught me, and he was like, hey, buddy, like we were newlyweds. I was like, fuck, and he was like, yo, what are you doing? He's like, come over here, and I was like, fuck. I was like, oh man, and he was like, what are you doing? I was like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm just lazy.
And he was like, you don't have no money? I was like, I actually do. And he was like, go get a fucking Metro card. And I was like, all right. And I just went over and got a Metro card, came back, and he just let me go. And he's like, don't do that stupid shit. And I was like, thanks. I was like, he's right. I was like, well, what was I saving? $2?
Yeah.
I mean, I think I had 10 on me.
At that time, it was probably even less than that.
I think I had 10 on me, And it was like, come on, dude. Like, that was stupid. It was just a stupid kid thing, which is what I think this was.
Yeah.
This was a stupid kid thing. He might be with his girl, and he's like, man, we ain't paying for this shit. Watch this. You see these hearts, mama? This how I earn these.
Skirt.
And just jumped over the shit. And then,
You think he helped his girl? Think he helped her jump over? Like she went first, he put his knee down, and she stepped on it. Skirt. Came over.
Nah.
Oh, they're both
He was like,
specialists?
you ain't got no money and you got no hops, bitch. Whoop. He was like, I'll see you next week. Nah, I'm just kidding. But see, I think that was just a stupid kid decision that just escalated, to something that it didn't need to. I mean, he might have had a bad day. I don't know, man, but it didn't need to be all that, man. It really
100%.
didn't need.
Not for that.
No, it didn't need to be all that. It definitely didn't. So I feel bad for both parties. And that kid definitely was wearing it because he was bleeding from somewhere. So he was definitely wearing it. I don't know what exactly where the injury was on his face, but he was bleeding.
He got punched in the mouth a couple times.
Yeah, there was a couple of little ground and pound shots there.
Yeah, 100%.
But that kid was
He had
was
good
putting
hits,
in a little
solid wrestling.
Listen, all right. So aside from how terrible this whole thing was, he was kind of putting in some work.
Yeah, 100%.
That wasn't his first fist fight. He fights the OGs on the block. He doesn't fight people his age bracket.
Nope.
He's fighting the 25 and over division.
He's in the 25 and over, and
For
he's
sure.
fought a couple 40 over fiends.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Fiends 40 over.
Yeah, they're hard to put down.
Uh-huh.
So that's why he was just sitting there, just kept on going. He had some gas tank.
Well,
too.
that's where that bulldog fucking choke to hip toss comes from. You got to put those guys down.
Yeah, but even so, they're like fish out of water. They're just flopping around. It's hard to keep them. It's hard to keep them down. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Hard to keep them down. You ever have a striper on the boat deck?
You can't step on one of
Nah,
those.
you can't. You can't.
Yeah, it's too slippery.
Got nothing to do. They're too slippery. They'll take you out.
That's so fucking funny. It's terrible, but
Yeah, I do feel awful about that, but anyway,
now
let's switch it up.
There's also
What do you got?
for every like scenario where you got to feel bad for the cops, there's got to be the contra.
True.
Right?
Why? You got another video?
I got another video.
Oh.
This video.
Make sure you run it back from the beginning because I clicked it before, so I don't want to lose any of it.
I can't do anything about that. Like,
You mean you can't take my beard off in post?
I can stop it the second it starts, but I can't like do it before we get into the
All right.
scene.
So is this part of the Reddit report?
Yes, this is part of the Reddit report.
All right. So this is part of today. This is part of today, Thursday, July 28th. This is July 28th, Thursday night Reddit report.
And so this happened in Long Island, in Selden. There was an NYPD cop, happens to be an NYPD cop as well, who he says that there was a kid that keeps driving past his house.
Okay.
And he's like,
Which I'm sure as a street police officer, as a uniformed officer, there's some paranoia that sets in. I'm sure he's arrested people. I'm sure people have threatened him. So,
Yeah, maybe-
so to play devil's advocate, if somebody keeps passing by your house when there's a reason why they let COs carry guns when they can't carry guns when they're on duty.
Yeah, no,
But they let him carry him off duty.
I didn't even. I never even made that correlation, but that's crazy.
Yeah, because retaliation is a thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
You keep telling the same guy he can't read his favorite book, and it's lights out. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like, that
yeah.
guy's going to be like, I got you, lights out, bro.
You turn the fucking TV off every night.
Every
you
day
know?
you get to leave. Every day you punch out, go see the kids, see the wife.
Yeah.
You know, but anyway, so I digress.
So he says this kid keeps passing by his house, and he says his friends keep passing by my house too. This kid lives on the same street as the cop.
Does the cop know this at the time of the incident? Does he recognize him?
Yes, he knows him. I don't know if he knows him because I don't want to fucking put anything. But he goes to his house, so he must know that he lives there because he ends up where this story takes place is at the kid's house.
Okay, so the video picks up already at the house.
Yeah. So what happens is that the kid, they're both driving down the street, going opposing directions, like driving towards each other. And the kid says that he has to like move really far over so the guy could get into his house, I guess. And he moves over, and the cop proceeds to follow him. They say he calls his parents like, "Yo, this guy's following me. I don't know what to do." They're like, "Drive to the precinct." And it gets to a stop. The cop gets out his car and breaks the rearview mirror. And
The side view mirror, like on the driver's side?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. The cop says in the video that he pushed the mirror. He didn't break it. But this is what the kid's saying to his parents. So that's where this video starts. The cop is now turned around and went to the house, and he's having a conversation with the dad. The kid's home. And this is like after this incident. So this is where this is going to start taking place.
Okay, so he's like, hey, you keep driving past my house. He gets in his car, goes to follow him. They pass each other. Mm-hmm. And then they end up stopping at the stop sign or whatever. Cop, I guess, doubles back, does something to the side view mirror.
Yeah.
The kid then goes home. The cop follows him home.
The cop doesn't follow him home. The cop goes home, and then later on he goes to the house.
Oh, so after he went home and hyped himself up?
Yeah, he went home.
He went home and got the hammer.
Oh, watch
Is that
the
what he
video.
did?
Watch the video.
Let me see.
All right,
where
video
is it?
1. No, video 2. You should
Spaz, all in video 3. All right, ready?
All right. Well, hold. Let me get the mouse ready because I'm gonna have to start it over.
Yeah, trigger finger ready.
Ready? Go ahead.
Okay.
All right, starting over right now.
Use this.
Let him call 911.
Let me call Mr. Hall. I tell him. That it was a cop.
Did he show his gun to you?
Yes, he did. He did.
Yeah,
He did.
because your husband put a pen to my neck.
Are you?
No, I did not. I said, get off my
Put
step.
a pen to my
Get
neck.
off my step.
I'm just
Everything is
trying to
recorded.
talk to him and find out what's going on.
Really?
Okay? Yeah.
Everything is
Look,
recorded. So
yeah.
we'll see if
he
I
didn't.
put
He didn't come to my house. Okay, here you go. So there's one. He stopped right there. Right now, he sent his friend as well. Okay.
But how do you know that's him? You didn't see
How do
him.
I
You
know
didn't
it's
have a
him?
visual?
Because he
It
broke the
doesn't
mirror
matter.
of
It's
the
the
car.
goddamn same car.
And he's on the street. He never come to your house. That's his.
I'm gonna run it
He's on
back
his
from the
way.
beginning.
Your son needs to stay away from my house.
The cop is on the way. Why the f you broke my thing?
I didn't break it.
Yes, you
I didn't break it. I pushed it
The-
forward. That's all I did.
Well, he's broke it off. You pushed it forward, right?
I pushed it forward. That's
What are you
it.
doing on
I
my
didn't
property?
break it.
What the f you doing here? Get off my property.
What is your son coming by
Get
my
off
house?
my
Don't
property.
touch me. Step
Get
back.
off my property.
Step back.
Don't touch me.
Don't touch me.
Hold on,
Don't
pause
hit me.
this. Can we pause this?
Don't touch me.
You're on my house. Touch me
Okay.
again. Touch me
Get
again.
out of here with the pen.
What the
You wanna
fuck
do
you-
this?
you wanna-
I'm a police officer.
Really?
I'm a police.
Pause.
Okay, so we're gonna pause it right here. I'm gonna tell you right now, this cop is a fucking bozo. All right, I'm gonna tell you right now. You're on my steps talking about don't touch you.
Yeah.
Get the fuck off my property before I let my dog out and get my shotgun.
What the fuck are you doing here?
Get
you
off
came
my-
here, and now you're gonna fucking pull the strap on me?
And then he pulls the strap on him with the keys in one of his hands.
Yeah, he's fumbling
unsafe.
around.
Dude, this guy is crazy. This guy is crazy. This guy is crazy, and his wife gives him no skin at all. Look at this. This is how he gets his jollies off because he's getting nothing at the crib.
You know what's funny is I didn't identify that at first, but at the end, if you see, he's going to be driving a VW Golf, and that confirms that theory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts.
Guy gets no skin. All right, ready?
This guy is a bozo, this cop. He's a bozo, and I hope he loses his badge.
Back up. Back up.
Really? What are you doing?
Back up.
What are you doing?
Back up.
I'm videotaping you.
Back up.
This is my house.
You're not
Your
supposed to pull that
son was
out.
driving past my house, telling his friend to drive past my house, casing my house.
Pause this again. I'm getting pissed. Pause this again. This guy is so confused. He's on my property talking about back up. What the fuck are you talking about?
He says-
You stupid bozo.
He said your son is driving past my house. He's casing my house.
You just pulled a loaded firearm on me on my front steps.
How crazy is that?
This guy is a bozo.
What
he
the
is
fuck
a
are you
bozo.
doing?
He is a bozo. I'm so mad at this guy. What state is this?
This is in New York.
Oh my god.
This is not too far from here. It's in Selden.
See, that's why this happens
was in
here.
Selden.
Because he's very confident that this guy's unarmed. See,
Yeah.
he wouldn't do this shit in Texas because he would have caught the guy's three freaking like 14-year-old sons would have come out and lit this cop up. and they would have been in their legal right.
Yeah.
You know, they'd be in their legal right. This is an officer that's not in uniform and he's off duty and he's pulling a weapon on this man
In his house.
on his property.
On his property.
So there is no reasonable suspicion that he's a police officer. So you haven't even shown a badge yet, motherfucker. So you're here talking about you're a police officer and all your proof is you pulled a Glock on me? That's how I'm supposed to believe you're a cop?
And he's telling you to back up off him.
He should have put a bullet in this loser. That's what he should have done.
You ready?
Yes.
You just
Well,
threatened to
everything-
stab me with the pen on
If
camera.
you touch me again, what you doing?
You just threatened to stab me with a
Which
pen.
precinct you work?
You just threatened to stab
Which
me with a
precinct
pen.
you work?
Okay?
Which
You just
precinct?
threatened to stab me with a
Which
pen.
really?
You want the cops here? Get the cops here.
Yeah, they are coming.
That's fine.
You put a
Tell
gun
your
on me.
son to stay away
You
from
put
my
a gun
house.
on me. That's what I'm going to
Yeah,
say to
because you put a pen to my neck.
I said if
You
touch
put
me
a
again,
pen
and I
to
said
my
it.
neck.
Seems
You're on my property. I can put a pen to your neck.
Everything.
Lucky I didn't put a steak knife through your skull, you idiot.
It's fine.
I want to preface.
Listen, you need
He
to be
did.
smart from whatever.
This guy
guy's-
deserved to get riddled with hollow points. This police officer for doing this on this man's
The
property.
gentleman with the pen is an accountant. Everybody knows you never seen an accountant without a fucking pen in his hand. It's a prerequisite.
Jesus Christ. Can we look? Can we take a look at the chat? Well, we'll get back to
No
it.
problem. Tell your son to stay away from my house, please. Okay? He
Oh, now you're getting
just did. I have
sweet.
him on camera.
Please.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he's walking on this guy's grass. How disrespectful is this cocksucker?
Okay.
This guy's got a nice lawn. No one's got a nice lawn by mistake.
Use this.
Let him call
Let me call Mr. Hall. I tell him. But it wasn't.
Who the fuck is Mr. Hall?
Yes, he did. He did.
Yeah,
He did.
because your husband put a pen to my neck.
Are you?
No, I did not. I said, get off my
Put
step.
a pen to my
Get
neck.
off my step.
I'm just
Everything is
trying to
recorded.
talk to him and find out
Everything
what's
is
You don't get to be on my property to talk.
So we'll see if
He
I-
Go fuck yourself, dude.
Go. So there's one. He stopped right there, right? Now he sent his friend as well. Okay?
But how
The-
do you know that's him? You didn't
How
see
do I
him.
know
It's
it's
not a
him?
visual.
He could
It
pass
doesn't
by your
matter. It's
house.
the goddamn same car.
And he's on the street. He never come to your
Same
house. That's the
car.
street.
As a police
I came over here to talk to him.
Why did you break off
okay?
my mirror?
I
And
didn't
you
break
live
your
here.
mirror.
Yes, you did.
I did not break your mirror.
You
All
caused
I
it to
did
be
is
an
push
accident. You
I just
caused
pushed it forward.
killed me.
I'm scared
I
because
didn't cause the accident.
how do you do
I
it in your
went to
car?
talk to him.
Yeah.
I went to talk to him, and he drove into the car in front of him.
Because he was scared. You came out your
What
car.
am I
and
gonna
arrested
do?
him. He does.
What am I gonna do?
You're on my.
You're gonna shoot him. You just pulled a gun on this guy. What do you mean? What are you gonna do?
Touched my neck with the pen. You touched my neck with the pen.
Lucky I didn't touch your neck with the machete, bruh.
Yeah, you did.
Where's this guy's from the islands? This
Yeah.
guy's from the Caribbean. Where's this guy from?
I came to
Bomba clock.
Okay? Listen to me. I came to have a conversation. I was going to talk to
everything
him.
is at-
I was going to apologize.
Oh, that's it right there. This guy's fucked 4 ways till Friday.
Se está cagando.
Yeah,
Viste que se cagó.
he's shitting for sure.
You wanna watch it?
Go ahead.
He's on his way.
Woo! Stop this video. I'm sweating. I'm sweating right now.
Yes, you're.
I didn't break
Oh,
it.
my
I
bad,
pushed
bro.
it forward. That's all I did.
But he's broke it off.
I am
bring us back.
sweating, bro. I am sweating. What is the chat saying right now? So the chat says, damn, that cop upped the blicky real quick. That's what Chris said. Chris, yo, that was crazy. And then Spaz says, this guy fired yet? Is there any evidence that he's a cop outside of saying it? Exactly. That
He
was
is
what
a
I
cop.
said.
It turns out he is a cop.
But to me, all you did was pull a concealed firearm on me and state that you're a police officer.
Yeah.
Like, there is no reason why that man shouldn't have been able to plug that guy on his front steps.
Yeah. Can you imagine I pull a gun on somebody? It's like don't worry, sir. I'm a Jedi warrior.
Yeah, facts.
I'm a Jedi.
Yeah. What if I pull up? What if a cop stops me? I'm a NASCAR driver.
Yeah.
This is what I do. Of course I'm driving fast. It's part of my career.
Yeah. I don't know if that would count.
It's absurd.
Yeah.
You know, like, Jesus, man. So, yeah, I appreciate you, Spad. It indeed looked like a Glock. Nice eye. I appreciate it.
And
pull out a knife. Don't worry, sir. I'm a chef.
no, but he's suspended without pay currently.
There's no investigation to happen here. You came as an this is the thing, okay? I'm putting the camera on myself so I could talk about this. I'm going to let police officers know. Now, I support the cops because I understand that we need them.
Yeah.
But when you're off duty, you're just some fucking guy. You're just a guy.
Yeah.
You're not, oh, I'm a police officer. Listen, if you're at the bar drunk and you act up and somebody knocks you out, they didn't knock out a cop. They knocked out a stupid puto in regular clothes at the bar. That's what they did.
Yeah, they knocked out some dude in some bootcut jeans.
Some idiot that came on line dancing night and got knocked out. That's what happens. This whole concept that an off-duty officer is something above everyone else is crazy. My friends that are cops don't even like people to know that they're cops.
Yeah.
They never go around. They don't even carry their weapon. I ask him, I'm like, why aren't you strapped? You're a cop. You could just be strapped all the time. And he's like, for what? And I'm like, good point.
Yeah.
You know, that's why you're a cop. You should be a cop.
Yeah, that person's probably a good cop.
Person should be a cop. Yeah. Like, I have multiple friends and they would never behave that way.
Yeah.
That is so crazy to me.
Well, that guy's not going to be a cop for much longer.
The bullshit is he probably will be. He probably will be. The PBA is going to protect that guy, man.
We'll see.
They're going to say like, oh, this and that. He was threatened, blah, blah, blah. I'm hoping that because he's an idiot. That guy, he looks like he's at least in his 30s, which means he's probably been on the force for half of the time he needs to then retire.
Yeah, but I don't know. This is a really messy video. This video paints a pretty perfect picture for this guy to be able to, for them to want to not associate with this guy.
See, but the thing is that you know how unions work.
Yeah.
You know, an inch lost is an inch lost forever. So if this may set a precedent going forward that if an off-duty officer pulls his weapon on somebody, that now he is automatically, they'll refer to this. You know, because there are some instances where it's good to have an armed police officer just going to the deli to get a Gatorade, and some shit goes down, and he's there.
If you can control yourself, but this guy can't control himself.
No.
If he's doing this shit in cargo shorts, can you imagine what he does when he got the fucking blues on?
Oh, forget it.
Can you imagine?
No, that's a really good point. If he's behaving this way when he's off duty in his neighborhood on his street, you're terrorizing your neighbors? Who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
Who is this guy? Do we have his name? I don't want to say his name. You have his name? I don't want to say it. I just want to see it.
Hold on, let me see.
I don't want to say his name.
No, I don't have his name. I have the who, what, when, and where. And under who, I got NYPD officer pulls gun on a man.
Okay.
It was in Selden, though. That's where it happened.
Yeah. But that is crazy, man.
He got charged with, he got arrested.
He should be, the police officer did?
Yeah, he got arrested.
Oh, wow. Okay, good.
He got arrested and he was charged with
menacing.
Menacing with a weapon.
Yeah.
And criminal mischief.
Yeah, of course. That's at least menacing. And he should also be charged with criminal trespassing.
Yeah, that as well.
Criminal trespassing, you know, I'd even hit him with like, you know, accosting a minor or something like that. Like he was like following this kid around and shit like that.
I didn't realize it, but now that I'm rewatching the video, it says that that kid hit the car in front of him trying to get away from this guy.
Yeah, so he was terrified by this guy. And again, he shows no proof that he's an officer. He's just some idiot pulling a gun on a family. The guy's wife is there. The guy was a G, though. He was laughing.
Yeah.
The guy was a G. He was like, man, listen, bro.
Yo, that dude didn't move,
He's
bro.
like, man, you think this the first time man pull a gun on me?
Put the video back on, bro. This guy doesn't even fucking flinch, bro.
Nah. You think this the first time I see a blinky? What, boy, you crazy?
Boy, crazy. His wife's like, did he pull a gun on you?
Bomba. You know?
She's like, did he pull a gun on you? He goes, yeah.
Yeah, he said, yeah, he did. You know?
That's fucking crazy.
That shit is crazy. That shit is crazy. Look, let me see what else the chat is saying. So Spaz is saying, agreed, unless an off-duty cop is doing cop-like duties. Yeah, I agree. Just like I was saying, just like we were saying, an armed police officer sometimes is a godsend in certain situations. If he's armed and he's at, a little league game or something like that, and some psycho starts going nuts or something, or he's dropping his kid off at school and some guy is trying to do something terrible, absolutely. So in that case, he's a police officer. But if you're just at happy hour and you're just being a dick, you're not a cop.
There's a time and place. And this is not an appropriate time and place. This is a personal matter. This isn't like a member of the public that's in danger that you're trying to help.
Yeah.
Like those are two different situations.
Yeah, no, on this you're flexing power.
Yeah, this is literally a civil issue. This is a personal issue between you and another guy. There's no laws being broken. This is a civil issue between two people, two parties.
Yeah.
And like this isn't like one of those times where you could do that.
Yeah.
Like he's been waiting for his time and he fucking used it at the wrong time, bro. You should have sat at the grocery store for longer. Maybe something crazy would have happened. You could have plucked somebody over there.
Yeah,
But
he definitely has been dying to pull that weapon on somebody.
Oh, 100%.
The way he did it, he rehearsed it in the mirror. He's like, huh? Yeah. Right. Huh? Yeah, like he definitely worked on that. Like, you want to do this? That's what he said.
Bro.
He said, you want to do this? I said, oh no. I knew they shouldn't have put Menace to Society on Netflix. I knew it, bro. But let me see what else the chat is saying. So he says, Spaz also says if this wasn't recorded or viral, he might be protected. But this one is going to be different. I agree. And then Spaz also says there's no crime. Huge difference. Yeah, there is a crime, but it wasn't committed by the people that had the blicky pointed in their direction. He clearly pointed that at this man, chest height. That is crazy.
And unnecessary.
And Chris says, I don't want to say his name. Berto, you say his name.
Justin trying to so you could clip it.
Bro, this is crazy. And what's crazy is a lot of people in this chat right now don't even live in this state, right? So this is something that is completely foreign to them. But this is how some cops think they can behave in New York because people are unarmed here.
I think one of the things about like
if everybody had to strap, that police officer would never do that. He's behaving like a criminal that's running into a bodega to rob it, armed robbery, thinking that, oh, nobody has guns here. I'm the only one with a gun in here. Give me everything you got.
Yeah, I don't know. That it's funny because we were discussing the first video and then this one I was like, this is like a perfect one to contra that one. Like for every good guy, there's some fucking dickhead.
Oh, look at that. Spaz said, Blicky or Bicky? Because the dude pulled a pen on him.
That's so fucking funny. When you listen to like the news reporters, they're like, and this gentleman had a pen because he was an accountant.
Is that what they said?
Yeah. That's why I said that. Like they rationalized and they were like, they painted like when you listen to them say it, it's so dramatic. Like I should add some drama when I tell a story. Like they were like, this cop terrified.
Terrorized, probably.
No. He terrified a Stony Brook undergraduate student, chasing him through the town, forcing him to crash into a car, only to run out and break his mirror off.
That cop they need to cancel he's playing GTA too much. That's what that is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Damn, that is crazy.
That's a crazy fucking video, right? Yo, 2022, you can't be doing wild shit. You could have got away with that shit 20 years ago.
Yeah. Spaz says, an accountant. So he had a license to carry. That's good at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I meant by that. That's actually a very funny joke.
I can't believe this guy had a concealed carry holster, pulls the Glock on this guy on his own property, and then proceeds to tell him, back up. Back up. Me back up. You're on my property, bro.
Yeah,
Are you
get the fuck outta
crazy?
here.
Are you crazy? All right, next, I'm sweating.
I got something. Well, I'll completely change directions.
All right, bring me back down. I'm fucking amped right now. I'm so upset by that. That really pisses me off because that guy's behaving like he hasn't had his ass kicked in a long time.
Have you seen all the videos of the pictures popping up of J-Lo and Ben Affleck on their honeymoon and shit?
I seen Ben Affleck sleeping on the yacht.
I see there's like a trend going on where people they're taking pictures of Ben Affleck and he just looks fucking exhausted and they're like, J-Lo, please let him sleep. There's a picture of him like sleeping on the boat. There's another picture of him walking and he looks like he's exhausted and shit.
Yeah, he probably is, bro. He probably is exhausted, man. That's a lot of woman, yo.
Yeah.
It's a lot of woman, and she's got some. I bet she's got a young libido, and you know she's doing whatever she's doing. She's like drinking shots of stem cells or something.
She's doing all the fucking stem cells. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, bro.
She's got that fucking Toto rejuvenation thing too.
Yeah, bro. You kidding me, bro?
100%.
You kidding me, bro? She had a fleshlight implanted in her.
You think like it like snaps in, she can replace it?
Of course. Are you crazy? Switch it up.
Yeah.
She said tonight we're going Ariana Grande.
I guess she got that limited edition Mia Khalifa.
Yo, she's got it. She's like, you want to know what's going on with this? We don't go it. It's got like it comes off with like some kind of like air suspension. Like,
Yeah,
just
it's
it off.
pressurized.
Yeah, you gotta swap it. Swap it out,
Damn,
bro.
she got that hot swappable Toto. But yeah, I seen. I was looking at them and I seen a bunch of pictures of them on the internet. And they look like they're having a fucking blast.
Yeah, man. I bet they are, man. I mean, if you think about it, this story kind of went full circle.
That's what I mean. Like that's the most interesting part about it. Celebrities on their honeymoon having a blast. Like I get it. That's something that's gonna like always happen because they're celebrities. They got tons of money. Like them. It's not even. They could have done that and not have been a honeymoon. You know what I'm saying? But it's just so interesting because their story's so interesting.
Yeah. What was the music video when it was the two of them? I think was it Jenny from the Block? I think it was Jenny from the Block, where it was her and him on a boat, and like part of the music video was supposed to be like paparazzi shooting videos of them being all like in love and all sexual on this boat.
I don't know.
I would love to see an incredible edit right now of like that song, but like the older version of them.
Oh, like they redo it?
Like an edit of like whatever they're doing up there that the paparazzi shooting. It'd be hilarious. Whoever does that now, if it doesn't already exist, you're welcome. You're welcome. Just send it to the podcast.
People put so much effort into like edits and like memes and like things to like post on the internet like that they don't even like even people that are not making money off of it.
Yeah, man. Like that dude, was it Ray Rod or something? Rodriguez or something like that? He does he does those edits of the fights with like the Thanos fist and shit like that. Like, you know what I'm talking about?
I know. I never seen that.
Yeah, you've seen it. It's like a lot of like exaggerated things. Like somebody will get like head kicked and then he'll edit them like flying through the air and then like smashing through the ring
Oh,
and shit.
okay. Yeah. Like the Mortal Kombat shit.
Yeah, like that kind of stuff. It's dope. His edits have gotten way crazy now.
Yeah.
You know, he's famous off of that. He's like rich, I'm sure, off of
Isn't
doing
that crazy that you could just make a career off of clipping things and like editing it in a funny way, or you could just make money off of doing funny voiceovers? Like there's a bunch of these Instagram pages, like Bob Menery is one of them. He's the one that does like now he's with the Nelk Boys doing on their podcast, but he used to be like the voice of Buffalo Wild Wings, and then he transitioned to doing like Instagram voiceovers. Like he would do like sport ones, and he has like a funny voice, and he'll be like, yeah, you know, he looks like he's gonna do this, and then holy fuck, he gets tackled. Like he does those like voiceover videos of like sport edits, and it's like dudes making fucking bunch of money off that shit. Like who would have known if you would have told your parents when they were like 17 that in the future, like you ain't gotta go to school if you're just funny enough to take like images of movies and put funny words underneath them.
It's not easy.
Well,
That shit is comic. That shit is comedy talent.
Yeah, 100%. Did I say it was easy? I'm sorry if I did.
No, you didn't say it's easy. But you know, it's to me that's a harder route and a much less guaranteed route
Oh yeah,
than taking certain educational tracks.
for every crazy like Instagram channel you have that does like the best memes, there's like a million other ones that you don't know about. Is there a seltzer in there?
No.
Fuck.
Sorry, man.
Fucking thirsty. Oh, I got water here.
Yeah, you got some water. You got your Hydro Fliggity Flask.
Shout out to Hydro Flask. You know what? I feel like all these fucking things are the same. They're made in the same fucking factory, and some people are just charging more than other people.
Nah, there's a difference in the technology. You know, like Hydro Flask is good, but it's similar to Yeti. I mean, there's Hydro Flask, Yeti, and then there's like Arctic makes some good ones too. Arctic, if I remember correctly, I think Yeti sued one of the companies because their technology was too good. It was just like theirs.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's funny that should happen. One of the Harbor Freight Jacks, they caught a lawsuit by Snap-on.
Oh yeah, because their jack was too good, right?
Their jack was just too much. It was like they were like, this is the exact same jack. They're like, nah, you can't use this. This is the same fucking jack that we sell for a couple $1,000s. Y'all can't sell it for a couple $100s.
Yeah, isn't that so crazy that you can actually make a product that's just as good for 10% of the price.
Yeah.
And then the company comes after you like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You know, but I guess it makes sense. I mean, you have proprietary technology technically, and somebody just looks at it, copies it, finds a cheaper metal or a better supplier or something like that, or just decides to charge less and move more units and probably infringe on your profit margin, I'm sure.
Do you feel like they should be able to do that? Do you feel like people should be able to like lock down like a patent, like somebody who patents something? Like there's like you always hear about the guy who owns like that little section of the car, like you know that little hole on the side of your seat.
Yeah, that was my idea, and then it was on Shark Tank.
So what's the story about it? Go ahead. Like that guy owns that section of the, like you can't do nothing there without having to pay that guy.
Because what he did was he patented any item that fits in there. Like he had, what the guy did was he created a product from everybody's, you know, when you get in your car, you drop your phone in that space between the center console and the chair, or the other side, but mainly the center console and the seat. So whether you drop your phone, you drop your keys, you drop something down there all the time. Food, motherfucking McDonald's French fries, whatever.
Nuggies.
Yeah. So, and then you find that French fry 6 months later and it looks exactly the same and tastes the same. So this guy created a product that, it was just like, it's like a foam wedge that is the same color as popular fabric interiors for vehicles. So you have there was like a tan one, I think a gray one, and a black one, and it just wedges in there pretty perfectly. It like fits perfect. So
Just like memory foam.
yeah, it just fits in there. Like the way they did it was so intelligent. And he patented the item. And when he patented the item, he also I don't know if it was intentionally or it just happened this way. He was the only person to have patented an item that fits in that space. So he then ended up with a patent for anything that fits the way that fits in that space.
That's crazy.
So that's at least how I remember the episode. I mean, of course, you know, I could be butchering this slightly, but
No, but the question just came from like, you know, the people like just like that story, like should it be like more of like a, I don't know if that's what makes it a fair market, that, you know, people could patent things, or if that makes it like an unfair market because people could be like, well, I have a great invention, I can't afford to pay this guy any money, but I got something that's even better than the fucking foam that you stick in there.
well, a lot of times there's most inventions are improvements on previous items.
Yeah.
You know, that's most inventions, most successful products are just a significant improvement. But I think you have to have patents. You have to. Because if you don't, I mean, that's super unfair. Like if you were to create something and it's your idea and it's your product and it's your technology, and then somebody else just comes and takes all your hard work and creates a product and has better marketing and then completely crushes you in the marketplace.
While I do agree with what you're saying, what if the public always wins because they can get a cheaper product? Because that's probably what's going to actually make people want to buy the one over the other, right? Is the price point. That's probably going to be the biggest factor. So
No, I mean, it depends who you're talking to. You know, because you know, higher earners are going to want a better product. Lower earners are going to want a more affordable product.
Yeah, but I'm talking about somebody replicating a product, right? So by using their technology, you can make a thermos, but if you make a thermos with their patented technology, but you can't make a thermos with their patented technology.
Correct.
Now, if somebody did, then theoretically it would be like the same quality.
Yeah, but they would be infringing on that. They didn't do their due diligence to create that type of insulation that preserves ice for as long or keeps an item as hot. They did all the legwork. So it's like, you know, you shouldn't get to just take that.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not about the consumer all the time. Like it is at the end of the day, like, you know, the final transaction does come down to consumers, but it's about the person that took all the risk and made all the investment to create the company or the product.
Yeah, from the perspective of the company and the people who do the inventing, I can completely understand why that would be like in their favor.
They took all the risk.
But for the consumer, we're not really interested in how this product came to be. We're more interested in just consuming, right? Like, oh, this one's cheaper. I could get more things if I buy this one. It's the same thing.
I mean,
That's the reason why I don't mean to cut you off.
No, you good.
That's the reason why people do all this research on televisions, and they find out like, all right, well, which television has the same screen as like the Samsung one, like, but is in a cheaper frame. It's like, you know, which one is comparable. Like they look at the actual technology as opposed to looking at the brand, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. But that's a different scenario because those are all individually sourced products or items that are then put together to create one new product.
Yeah, but I am on. At the end of the day, I'm on your side. I think that people should be able to.
You take all the risk. You deserve to be able to protect that.
Yeah, and I think that shit expires anyways. Like I don't think you could have some of them expire. Some of them, I guess, you could renew. Like
yeah, patents have to be renewed. I remember Burberry ran into a problem years ago that because your patent is only good for the country you patented in. So you have to patent your whatever the product is or the item in all the markets that you intend on selling it in. And there was an area, I think, in somewhere in Eastern Asia where Burberry let their patented pattern lapse.
Oh, that's crazy.
And somebody snatched it.
That's the wrong fucking section of the world you want your fucking...
Kidding me? Your patent expiration date is marked on every calendar in every factory over there.
Yeah. Somebody seen that shit and they're like, no fucking way. No fucking way. Look at this. Look. They're fucking... They let it expire. And just jumped on it.
Yeah. All right. So catching up on the chat a little bit. Chris says... I think it depends on the area we're talking about. Patents are good in the sense that if you come up with a good idea, they prevent someone from just ripping you off. Agreed. And what's up, Zach? I see the eyes. We see you. And then Spaz says, I think some of the nuances are a bit odd. I mean, let's not forget the time Apple tried to claim rounded corners for a mobile device. I agree, because Apple has a lot of what I would call like defense patents. They have patents on things that they don't really intend to create, but they intend to stop other people from creating.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, they have a crazy list of things that don't even exist that they've patented.
Yeah, that other people just prevent other people from doing it.
Yeah, just so that the market can't do it. But yeah, that's crazy. I mean, some are crazy, but clearly that's not a real thing. You know, that didn't hold weight. Rather, it didn't stick. And then Chris also says you can spend a lot of money in R&D.
Research and development.
Okay. Research and development for someone to just come along and make the same product for cheaper because they have better infrastructure just means companies like Amazon win even harder.
Yeah, that's what inevitably would happen, right? Is that all these companies that can afford to lose and can afford to just, you know, build instantly because they have the capital, they would eventually just take over everything.
Yeah.
It's like you invent anything. You can invent, you know, you could reinvent the bicycle, and they would be like, okay, we could make that, you know, 100 times faster for 10 times less, and, you know, sell it for, you know, a little bit less than you.
Yeah, no, I agree, and that's why I think patents are important, you know, because it stops people. Like, if you think about it, what's the first thing that they always ask on Shark Tank?
If they have a trademarked or patent.
Do you have a patent on this
Yeah.
item? Do you have like there's different types of patents, and they always want to ask because they want to know. First thing they want to know, like Mr. Wonderful always says, which Kevin O'Leary is a legit person to follow. He's super motivational and intelligent as hell. So if you don't follow Mr. Wonderful, you probably should.
I think he was actually on the Nelk Boys podcast not so long
Yes,
ago.
he was. You know, he always says like, okay, so you have this item. Do you have a patent on it? And they're like, well, you know, we don't. There's several other. He's like, are there any other competitors in this space? And they're like, yeah. He's like, so what's to stop Coca-Cola from crushing your drink and wiping you off the face of the earth and just making exactly what you make with 10 times the infrastructure and an incredible marketing plan? And they're like, well, you know, we think we have quality. And he's like, you're a cockroach. They're going to crush you. Get the hell out of here. Go back to school.
You're fired.
You know?
Wrong
What,
show.
you used to be a teacher? Beg them to take you back. You know?
But I wonder how many products we use every day that have patents on them, and there's another guy who like is just waiting at the side because he has something that's like way better.
Yeah, or he's just waiting on, you know, what a lot of times what people will do is like, I'm sure there's collaborations, you know, like they'll contact somebody.
Yeah.
You ever see that game played on the beach a lot, Spike Ball?
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, they like it's a trash can in the middle.
No,
Oh no, it's a trampoline in the middle.
it's like a net. trampoline type of thing with a ball.
Yeah,
So what
and-
you do is like it's almost like volleyball, except it has to hit that and go up. So it's like you have to defend, like somebody serves, they smack it off the net, and it's like a little trampoline bungee type of thing. It goes up, then you and your teammate have like I think 3 opportunities to smack it back off the net, and then the other team has to return it.
Okay,
It's
so it's
super
like
fun.
a volleyball, ping pong.
Yeah, with a centralized location where the ball has to return.
Yeah.
So it's super fun. It's fun as hell. Competitive as all hell. Anybody that's ever played spike ball, man, shout the chat because I love that game. But it's funny because the way that game, excuse me, was re-released, that game was old from like the 80s or something like that. And the patent expired. Some college dudes found it and were like, this game's fucking dope. And they re-registered it, called it Spike Ball. I think it was called something else. Or it might have been Spike Ball, I don't know. And re-released it, and it's huge. It's huge. They crushed.
I've seen it. I've never played it myself, but I have seen it.
Yeah, it's a fun game, man. If you got some buddies that are just like competitive, oh, it's crazy, dude.
It's like it's a pick up and play. Anybody could just do it. Anybody could play it, right?
Yeah, anybody can play. It's like it's just a 2-on-2.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why it's such a good game.
Yeah, but it's also super competitive. It's super competitive, and like you can't be lazy and play it. You know, so there's like some, you know, you don't want the lazy guy on your team.
Yeah.
You know, you get pissed.
So
you
it's
know?
just like badminton.
no. No, it's
You don't respect badminton? You don't think you need
no, badminton's legit.
Yeah.
Badminton's legit, but you have a lot more time in badminton than you do in spike ball.
It depends who you're not when you're playing with me.
You know what that thing is called that they play with?
Yeah, of course I know what it's called.
What's it called?
A shuttle.
It's called a shuttlecock.
A shuttlecock. Yeah, of course. Well, I'm a badminton player, so I call it the shuttle.
Oh, okay. So you call it short.
Yeah.
All right.
People on the outside, you guys call it by the whole thing, shuttlecock.
You shorten it up a little bit.
Yeah, I
All
knew
right.
it was like
I respect it. I respect it.
You didn't know I was nice on the fucking the badminton court.
On the ones and twos, I didn't
Yeah.
know. But yeah, man, it's a super fun game. But anyway, that's some more interesting patent talk.
Did you see the fucking the biopic they're doing on Netflix of Marilyn Monroe?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't really know the Marilyn Monroe story. Like I don't know her.
Marilyn Monroe was
heard-
the first little thickie that ever popped off like that.
I heard she was one of the first thotties.
Bro, she was way better than like any women at that time. She was all curvy and voluptuous. She was like a thick little something. Like
What's her story? Where's she from?
you know what? I don't know all that. I don't know. But I know that she was married to, I believe it was Joe DiMaggio, the baseball player. Joe DiMaggio. Yeah.
She fuck one of the Kennedys?
I think she got around a little bit.
Okay.
You know, she's the one that sang that Mr. President. Like
So she was a singer?
she was like a showbiz girl. She was an actress. She wasn't really a singer per se, but she was just an entertainer. She was one of
Okay.
those like kind of all around entertainers. She was a model. She was she
I've
was
only
just,
seen like images of her and people talk about her. I don't really know her story, so it's going to be
Yeah.
interesting for me because
Nah.
I don't really know anything about her.
she had like a super seductive vibe. Like she was like that actress that nobody wanted their man around in the business.
Oh,
you know,
gee.
because she was just like everybody fell for Marilyn Monroe. Like everybody.
She's going to be played by Ana de Armas. Ana de Armas.
All right, so we got Chris and we got Coast in here too. So Chris says she was an influencer before that was a thing. Yeah, pretty much. It sounds like it. And Coast says linked to a romantic relationship with JFK. Yes. Happy birthday,
Yeah, I knew she
Mr.
fucking
President.
had some Kennedy poll. I just didn't know which one it was.
Listen, man, she was into the bootleggers, you know.
Yeah, but so yeah, that's gonna come out. I'm pretty excited about that. You know what, Netflix? I feel like they're. We talked about this before. I'm not gonna really get into it, but they're not as competitive as they're. At least the people around him they're getting better and better, right? So the gap between Netflix and the other streaming subscriptions is closing, and
Well, they bit the model. Netflix is the godfather.
yeah, but just like Netflix might have invented it, right? But if Hulu or like Peacock or another, streaming service does the same thing, and then they start doing it better, then everybody's gonna go over there. No one's gonna give a fuck about the fact that these guys started it.
No, you're right.
You know,
You're right.
Blockbuster started it.
You're right.
Then
And now,
Redbox took it.
Blockbuster didn't start it.
Who-
Mom and pop shops,
Yeah, I guess it was
video
Mama Shop.
stores. J&G Video of Lowell Avenue started it. All right, that's who started. J&G Video. Pine Hollow Video on Wheeler.
Okay. Hey, you know
Yeah.
what's funny is that used to be a thing. Not to get fucking.
What was the thing?
That was like a fun event. And like, I remember when I was a kid, that was like a fun time there. We were like, all right,
yeah.
we're going to Blockbuster. And I knew like I was going to get to comb through a fucking sea of DVDs. Isn't it so crazy?
That's not a thing anymore.
You don't even need it. They could do that whole entire store inside of a computer. The guy could just put everything on a thumb drive and you could walk away with it.
Facts.
It could be a fucking booth. Remember those fucking booths you used to drop your camera film at?
Yeah.
And you would come back. They would send it to wherever they send it to. They'd develop and you come back to booth. They could do Blockbuster in a booth now.
I used to develop photos.
Did you?
Yeah. I used to do that I used to work for a company that did that.
You get to see a lot of nudes.
You know what's funny? I saw one set of nudes one time.
Nice.
And we weren't allowed to develop them. I was trying to low key do it for the guy, but like they were like, nah, you can't do that. And like I'm just like, dude, like we see all the photos. Like the guy came back to get the pictures, and I was like, hey buddy, and he's like, yeah. I was like, I can't do these. And you saw it. He was like, holy shit, you guys look at these. It was like his chick or something like that. And I was like, sorry, man.
Damn.
I was like, here's your film back. No, just kidding.
I took a photography class in college, and I developed a little bit there, but it was only black and white. They were like, the color gives you cancer.
What?
That's what they said. They were like,
Where was this? What are you
Suffolk
talking
Community
about?
College.
Oh, developing?
Yeah, I took
Oh.
a photography. I had to take an art class, and I thought, what better way to piss off my parents than to take a class that's going to make me have to get them to buy me a camera.
My parents would have been like, see if they'll let you hold one. Yeah, nah.
I had already signed up.
Yeah, nah, that wasn't going to be a thing, bro.
I thought that it could have been my thing. Like, I thought that, like, photography could be my thing. And at that time of my life, my parents were just happy I was attending school, you know?
Yeah, they were trying to support you. They were like, listen, you don't have any kids we don't know about.
Yeah.
You have no criminal record.
And
You're doing your thing out here.
And
What
I
kind
was-
of camera you want?
Yeah, and I went over there and I was like, "Listen, I'm thinking about maybe I could be a photographer." It's like it's like me going to my mom and saying like, "I think I'm going to become a rapper." Like it would have been the same result. She would be like, all right."
That was my mom. That was my mom. Otra vez con el rapero, con el chiqui chiqui.
Did you used
That's
to tell
what she
your
used
mom
say.
back in the day like, "Yo, I'm going to be a rapper"?
My mom would. I was in my room playing beats on loop, just writing rhymes all day. You know how long it takes to write a song? Coast is in here. He's talking about photography and how the chemicals smell terrible. But, bro, to write a song, to write a full song.
How many times you listen to that beat over and over?
Oh, bro. Hundreds of times. I would loop it for a full day. It would just be looped and looped and looped and looped. You know, and I would just keep on listening to it and just keep on writing. You know, you write 2 bars and then you go back, you start with those 2 bars and see where that leads you. 3, go back, 4th bar. Go back like that. Go back. Sometimes you have dead space where you're like, damn, yo. Let me just like watch a little bit of a movie or something. Let me grab something to eat, come back. Like it was just nonstop with the same beat.
So you used to play the same beat over and over in your house, and your mom used to hear you listening to the same thing over and over and over?
She's like, cambia esa canción ya, coño.
That's
I'm
like-
she's like, change that song. What are you doing? She's like, who listens to the same song this many times?
You know what's mad funny? So just like I thought I was going to be a photographer at one point, I also thought I was going to be a pianist. A pianist.
Well, I got news for you. You are a penis.
A pianist.
A pianist.
Pianist. Is
There
there,
you
a T in it? Is there a T in it?
Yeah.
A pianist. I thought I was going to learn how to play the piano. And this one my parents didn't bite. They were like, we're not paying for lessons for you. You got us with the saxophone. You're not going to learn how to fucking play the piano. You're going to have to figure this one out on your own. So I went out and I borrowed a keyboard from a friend. And I just started watching YouTube videos on how to learn how to play.
Yeah.
And I didn't really want to learn how to play fundamentally. I just wanted to learn how to play a couple songs so I could get girls. You
Yeah.
know? So I went from like learning how to play fundamentally to just taking Post-its and cutting them up and like writing like the letters that each key was.
Yeah.
And I would look up songs and they would tell me like how to play it, and I would just try to play it. I knew like 3 songs. I knew Changes. I knew the Casey and JoJo song.
Do I ever cross your mind? And you're like,
and I never knew the whole song. I only knew like enough so I could just play it and you could recognize it. I jam out a little more and then I stop and be like, yeah.
Bro, you're like, yeah, let me quit while I'm my head crushed.
Yeah, I knew Changes. I knew that Casey and JoJo song. That
Yeah, that was one of my boys' wedding songs.
yeah, and then I knew some Beethoven song.
Like, dun, 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 dun.
Not that one. I think Fiera Lise or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah, yo, my boy Coast, he just said it, but yeah, he could play anytime. That shit is hard. You know the Brian McKnight song?
How's it go? I'm sure I know it.
Anytime, like, do I ever cross
Oh,
your mind?
yeah.
Yo, the piano part is hard though. He plays that whole shit. It's like, man, I wish I had a video. He's
Dude, people who could play instruments well, like that shit is fucking like that's what's said to shiver down your spine.
a shiver down your throat.
Yeah, not my throat.
Freudian slip. That'll send a shiver down my throat. I mean, what? Somebody's phone is going off. Is that you?
No, of course it's not my phone.
Of course it's your phone.
Listen, man.
This guy has one of them phones that's constantly going off. He's got his ringer on all the time. Who has their ringer on?
Listen, let us know right now. Do you guys keep your fucking phone on silent like a psycho? I don't know who the fuck keeps their phone on silent. Justin gets upset that, first of all, people like talking to me. I don't know what it is, but people enjoy my company.
This guy, all you hear is whatever that stupid Samsung ringer is.
I knew it. I knew it was going to come down to this. I knew it was going to come down to an Apple Android thing.
So please, somebody tell me if you keep your ringer on, because that to me is the weirdest shit. Your shit is just ringing out loud. Do you walk around on speakerphone in Walmart?
No, I don't play songs on speakerphone either.
Are you sure? You ride your bike around with your song playing on the speaker?
Nobody leaves their phone on silent. My girl does that shit, but only because she's at work sometimes she has to have it on silent.
Okay, so Chris says he can't leave his phone on silent because any moment something could break at work and he'll get a call. That makes sense. Spaz is like, it's the worst. Yeah, thank you, Spaz. It's the worst leaving your ringer on.
No way, dude.
Yeah,
I think more people don't leave their ringer on.
I feel like it's inconsiderate to leave your ringer on.
What?
Because nobody else gives a shit that somebody's calling you.
But what?
That's like carrying your house phone around everywhere you go. And
Wait, that's what cell phones are. That's what they started as, house phones. Now they're just phones.
But there's another option to silently let you know, like, oh, my phone is vibrating. I got it. But when you hear
Vibrate only works if your phone's on your person. I don't always keep my phone in my pocket. My phone be on my desk.
You can't hear it. Zzz, zzz,
I wear headphones all day, dude.
Well, fucking take them off.
No, not for other people. There's a lot of things I'm willing to do to make my company feel comfortable. Putting my phone on vibrate isn't one of them. I'll tone it down.
Yeah, vibrate is what we mean. Not silent, but vibrant. Vibrant.
Vibrant.
but on vibrate.
Nah, my girl be putting her shit on silent.
Yeah, I mean,
I hate that shit.
That works too, but it's like, I don't know. For some reason, I get anxiety when your phone starts ringing. I'm like, yo, shut that off.
It's just because you're used to whatever fucking ringtone they force on you on Apple. You probably can't even change it.
Damn, look, Spaz says he got a smartwatch on Prime Day. Makes vibrate even more useful. You know what's funny? Bro, I used to use a smartwatch, and then I stopped. Bro, I had to detox off of the Ghost Vibrate on my wrist. Bro, I had to detox from that watch. Like, I still felt like my wrist was vibrating, but and I was like, oh man, I was like, it was some like neurological shit.
That's crazy.
Like the same thing happens with my leg. Like sometimes I feel like my phone is vibrating, like the Ghost Vibrate. You know,
I have felt the Ghost Vibrate before.
Does anybody else feel me on that? I'm telling you, I had to detox from the wrist vibrate.
I will say, I agree with Spaz. The watch definitely makes it easier because your notifications come. My watch isn't ringing. Like this isn't ringing. Just my phone.
Yeah, I mean, so Spaz says that was happening to him once. When he was in the pool for the first time earlier today. What was happening to you? The Ghost Vibrate on the wrist, on the watch?
Yo, the Ghost Vibrate's a fucking thing, bro.
I'm telling you, that Ghost Vibrate. So Spaz, let me know. You talking about the watch? The Ghost Vibrate on the watch.
and it's the wrist. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you that shit was crazy. I remember when I stopped wearing that watch, I was like, what?
The watches are convenient. I think that they're unnecessary. You know, I always said I don't want one. It's funny because I'm like, if you would ask me, I'd be like, I wouldn't want one. My girl got me this one for Christmas or for my birthday, whatever, and they're convenient, but they're definitely not necessary.
Yeah, they're. I think the other functionality besides the phone ringing and messages are interesting. It's like a lot of times they're able to track your fitness. They're able to track your heart rate. You know, I know people whose watch has gone off and been like, you're an AFib. And they went to the hospital, and sure enough, they were in AFib and had to get treated.
Yeah.
You know, for like a cardiac dysrhythmia. It's like, holy shit. Like
that's
is pretty
cool.
legit.
From like, if you're somebody who tracks like your runs and things like that, like those are great benefits that you're going to get. If you're just tracking your steps, I don't know if it's really necessary because it always brings you back to your phone, right? Even if you get text messages on there and you're looking at your text on your watch, it's like, yeah, great, cool. It shows your text messages, but to respond to that message, which you most likely are, you're going to have to pick up your phone.
Yeah, unless you want to go Dick Tracy style and just hit him with the, you know, but
yeah,
good. Oh,
that's it. Now I'm
But,
looking at the time. For the reason why, if you see me staring into the thing, it's because we got the screen over here. I'm gonna look at the time of how long we've been live.
Yeah.
We're over the hour. I did have a story that I thought was interesting, but it's now I have to say it because
I did want to respond real quick to Chris's. So yeah, Co says that he does agree that Vibrate is real, which it goes Vibrate rather. And Chris says he personally never saw the appeal of a smartwatch. He doesn't like anything on his wrist, and he'd much rather pull his phone out to take a look rather than looking at a small screen, which I do understand. I think the smartwatch has more purpose than a tablet. I think a tablet is an unnecessary in between. I think,
yes,
you know,
I agree.
Unless you're doing something creative, if you're doing like photo editing or you're designing tattoos, something like that, I think then a higher end tablet for art purposes makes sense. But just
I agree.
To have a tablet just to like browse the internet or watch videos, I think that's like a kind of an unnecessary step. You know, it's kind of like the Blu-ray player.
Yeah.
You know,
another thing I like about the watch too, when I was on vacation, I put the GPS on, I put my phone in my pocket, and my watch, the GPS is on it. So I could just glance at my watch, see where I'm like, you know, see what the GPS says, and then keep it moving.
See how many Pokemon are in the area. Just be like,
no, I
look,
wish
got
you
it.
could play it.
There's a Snorlax over here. I'm running up. I'm busting a left.
I'm not ashamed of my Pokemon Go playing. All right, and I'll let you know that I wish I could play it through my watch.
Yeah, that should be too much, bro. Right now, you be catching them all right now.
Yeah,
and I be talking to myself.
It does track your steps and it does apply in game, so that's a good thing.
So yeah, it also Spaz says he finds it interesting to track his sleep, which I think is cool, and tracks his stress, which apparently is at its worst when I eat Domino's pizza.
Yo, I never do the stress meter thing. I'll tell you what is cool. There's a ring that does all those same things, and it's like supposed to be very, very accurate. It's supposed to be like more accurate than the watch. Something about the blood flow in the hand, in the finger, or something like that, or the beat in the finger that makes it like a better location. I forgot what it's called. I think it's called the Aurora ring.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think I remember some guy was doing that. I was watching a YouTube video and he did an ad for it.
Yeah,
He did like an ad read.
Sean O'Malley uses it. I've seen that's the first person I've seen use it, and it's supposed to have like a real in-depth like sleep
Tracker
on it. Yeah.
Okay.
Like really tracks your sleep very well. He's like a big Sean O'Malley's like a big proponent of like getting like the appropriate amount of sleep.
Yeah, I mean, I get that to a point, but I think it's just something else to obsess over. You know, I think it's just something else to fixate on in terms of, you know, just like, you know, if you got good sleep, if you woke up and felt rested. Well, you know, if you wake up and feel like shit, you didn't sleep well.
There's a lot of different like elements, right? And it's like you might not know that it's like somebody who like is always hunched over and they're just always been that way, and someone's like, yo, you know, if you stand up straight, like your back, you'll have less pain. And they're like, oh, like, you know, the watch, like, you know, it could just be something that reminded you, like, yo, you only got 4 hours of sleep every night. Like, you might not even been thinking about it, but then you get a watch and you look at it and it's like, damn, I only average 4.5 hours of sleep every night. Like, that's not enough.
Yeah, that's true.
Like we're like in these like habits sometimes of like, and we're in like these like, you know, I work at this time and I go to sleep at this time, and you might not even realize that something's going on.
No, you're right. It could be a good prompt, like
Yeah.
a good you know, a good accountability tool.
For me, it was when I realized from like that I get so little steps. That's one of the things that, like, you know, I always like walking my dog, but something that really makes me get up and walk my dog is the fact that I don't get enough steps because I work from home, so I'm always at my desk and I don't really go. I'm not really going anywhere, you know? So for me, it's like a reminder. It's like, motherfucker, it's 4 PM. You got 300 steps today. What are you going to go do? You got to go do something. You can't just sit here.
That's true. I mean, it's a good tool, but you know you were sitting around all day.
I knew I was sitting down,
Yeah.
but when I seen the steps, it was like, oh, I got to do something.
It puts it in front of you.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, I didn't move at all today.
Yeah, it makes
I gotta
it
do something.
Yeah, it gives you a
Accountability.
not just an accountability, but it gives you like a not like a value, but like a unit of measurement.
Yeah.
It gives you something to measure. It's like, damn, I used to do 10K a day. You
Yeah.
know, now I'm doing 1,000. That's crazy. That means I'm like, you know, 10 times more sedentary.
Yeah. That's true. I mean, if that whatever works, I always support anything that makes people feel like it's helping them improve. Whatever that is. I don't care if that's an online coach. I don't care if that's BetterHelp therapy. I don't care if that's an Auroring, which he threw that name in there, Spaz. Auroring. So that's why I had to throw that out there. This is a non-sponsored video.
Yeah.
But if it's that, if it's an Apple Watch, whatever it is, if it's showing up to jiu-jitsu and after you miss 2 weeks and getting strangled 6 times and then you're just, you know, because you know that's coming. I'm going to call you next week when I get fucked up. But, you know, accountability is big. And when you have something that makes that like a tangible reality, it's much easier to I think, kind of get back on the horse.
Yeah, I concur. And with that, we can end it.
Yeah, we can end it. So I do want to catch up on the chat a little bit. So so Spaz says he looked into the Auroring before getting his watch, but there was something it didn't offer because there's no display or any real data transfer. The battery can last almost a week, which is pretty impressive, though. Also, it was blood oxygen, which apparently they're going to offer in their next generation of Ring. Oh, okay, cool. I mean, that's another number that people can just end up fixating on is their blood oxygen saturation. Like your oxygen saturation.
What is that?
It's how much oxygen is in your blood.
No, I know, but what is it like? How does it affect you if you have less or more?
You know, it could affect like your energy level. It could affect your mentation. It can affect like your mental clarity, like stuff like that. So when people are desatting or their oxygen saturation level is dropping, a lot of times one of the first things you'll notice is sometimes skin discoloration. So they might be a little blue around the nose or the lips or something like that. Some shortness of breath you might notice, but mainly there'll be some mental, like some kind of cognition deficits. Like they may seem a little confused, maybe a little disoriented or something like that. You know, and you want to maintain like a blood, like a pulse ox level or an oxygen saturation level above like 96 if you're a healthy person with no, you know, respiratory issues.
Is that the shit that Lance was doing?
He was blood doping, that's what he was doing. It wouldn't directly be tracked in terms of blood oxygen saturation because you can only go up to 100. So 100%, like if you're a person that's healthy, you're going to be close to 100 all the time. Like if I throw a pulse ox on you, you're going to be 100 or like 99, 98, you know, because you don't have any respiratory trouble, right? You don't have any gas exchange issues. So what he was doing was he would like donate blood. Mm-hmm. He would have blood removed from his body and then, you know, allow his body to regenerate that blood over the course of the next couple weeks or what have you. And then he would have that blood reinfused into his body.
Yeah.
Which what he was essentially doing was increasing the amount of red blood cells that were carrying oxygen. So he was like not doubling, but increasing by like a pint or so of blood, increasing the amount of oxygen capable carrying cells in his body.
Do you believe that gives you that much of an advantage? Like that additional pints of blood? Does that give you like that much more of an advantage? Or, you know, was he already great and he's going to win anyways?
Well, he was great anyway. You know, he was great anyway, but a lot of people are great. You know, I think all things being equal, if nobody was doing anything performance enhancing and it was an even playing field, Lance would have smoked everyone.
Yeah, but does him doing the blood doping, does that give him that much more of an advantage? Or is it just something that people are fixated on to like kind of, you know, tarnish his career or whatever the case may be? Like he did it, he admitted to it or whatever the case may be. But does it give you that much of an advantage is what I'm asking.
It does give you an advantage. I mean, it's similar to EPO, right? EPO is called Epigen. So what that is it's a medication that people take that increases their red blood cell production, which has a similar effect. It's a chemical way of blood doping. That's what TJ Dillashaw was doing.
That's what he got caught with.
So as a fighter, I mean, if you're increasing the capability of your body to transport oxygen to your muscles and to your organ systems, that's going to give you a clear advantage.
Yeah.
You know, it's almost like having like an extra lobe on one of your lungs. You know, it's like that's not it's not fair, really, if other people aren't doing it.
Yeah, I always just wondered like how successful is it? You know, like gives you like his performance. If they monitor his performance, you know, is he gonna increase by 10%? 20%? Like how successful is this? Blood doping? Because it has to be somewhat successful if he's gonna do it, because he puts him at risk.
It's clearly what they would rather be doing is straight up steroids. But blood doping is harder to test for.
Yeah.
Because it's
his blood.
Yeah, it's his blood. So again, they would have to check like your hemoglobin and hematocrit and like your different blood component concentrations to be like, oh, this shit is like what?
Yeah, you know how they check that, right?
A man at his age should not have this level of hemoglobin. Like, this is not normal.
Yeah, they put that same band they put on your arm to get your blood pressure. There's a smaller one they put it on your prick. That's how they get your fucking hemoglobin levels.
I would need a bigger one.
That's it, man. You want to catch up on the chat before we go?
I think we're caught up.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're caught up. Almost a week, pretty impressive though. Yeah, we got that. Also, it was blood oxygen, which apparently, yeah, we caught up on it. And then Spaz says too little and you die. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So we're not,
pretty much you get intubated like in the low 80s to the 70s. So you need a tube in your throat to breathe for you if you're
Christ.
getting that low.
Yeah.
So
I'm 99 100. We're not going to do an episode this Monday.
That's right, because my stupid ass is going out of town again.
Justin's going out of town. He's a very popular guy. He's got a lot of things to go. He's got going on tour.
Got shit to do,
Justin's going on tour. You could catch him out of state this weekend.
OT.
And you could always find the audio versions of these podcasts on Spotify, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to your podcast. If you fucking have an app and I'm not on it, you call me and I'll put DM us on Instagram and I'll put us on it.
We're also getting ready to drop a little bit of merch. We've been discussing
going back and forth about the
merch item. So what we want to do is first of all, anybody that's in here, please feel free to send us a DM. Feel free to email us. Let us know a product that you think you would like to see branded with the Masters of None logo that you can actually get some use out of.
Like a flamethrower.
Of course. Like a flamethrower. Of course, don't say like, oh, BMW. Not that kind of shit. But products that you think would be useful for you in your everyday life, because we want to bring you guys value. We don't want to just give you some kind of like bullshit item with a sticker slapped on it or something, or a logo printed on it that's not going to be of use to you.
I want to give you a corkscrew you'll never use.
A corkscrew, actually, I'd use that. But yeah, so if you guys have any suggestions, please let us know. What's this? Cisco Catalyst 9000 series switch.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, so we might just wrap that thing and give it away.
Yeah.
So, we'll think about it. Listen, so we're going to drop some merch, but I mean, an item like that, we could do a one-time giveaway for something cool like that. If you guys are really into that and you guys share this podcast, you guys share this link. Listen, man, I'll invest. I will invest. If you want an opportunity to win something cool like that, then please. Oh, Coast Life wants an automatically correct, an anatomically correct J-Lo fleshlight. That's what he wants. You might want to check the price on that before you commit. I mean, listen, you guys, if you guys want it, you got to help us spread the word and get more eyes on this podcast
guys
so that
don't-
it will. Berto's going to let me finish talking because he's going to be a good boy tonight. So you guys, if you really want that, if you guys really, really want something like that, then you guys got to help us get enough people in it to make it something that's not going to cost us an arm and a leg when it's all said and done. Go ahead, my friend.
I used to have Cisco switches in my basement that I got from my job that were just sitting there. They probably weren't that serious. I think they're like 4600s or some shit like that. And I was gonna say to him, I got 2 of them that I could put together and make it, and it would probably make a 9,000.
This fool said that shit is $100K.
I don't know.
He said I'm gonna drop
I'm sure they
$100K
are.
on a Cisco switch.
I'm sure they are.
All right, so we're not gonna do that, but I'm down to do some other cool shit.
Justin talk about fucking corkscrews and mugs.
I mean, I'm down to do a giveaway for something cool.
Like a Cisco switch?
I mean, I don't know much about that, but if it costs $100K, y'all could go fuck yourself with the Cisco switch.
I don't even know what I would do with that.
All right, yeah, Berto, I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna take a little more than 2 4,000 series to make a 9,000. All right, guys, you know what? You guys got real expensive taste. All right, so you guys can pick. You want stickers or you want spiral notebooks?
Yeah.
No, I'm just
you
kidding.
pick. You can get stickers, vinyl stickers, or spiral notebooks, or pens with levels on them, and the back of it's a stylus. That's it. Take us out of here, Justin.
That's it. We're gonna take us out. We might do the little stick on
Or a pop-
the little stick on card holder for your
Yeah.
cell phone.
What are they called? Pop sockets?
Yeah,
exactly
we can
what
do
they're
a
called.
pop socket. It's not a bad idea.
Pop socket would be the thing.
But all right, guys. So this has been Masters of None, episode 114. If you enjoyed the podcast or you didn't, just give us a thumbs up because it's free. Share with your friends. Check us out on all your audio platforms. If you want to listen to it at work, I would advise that maybe you turn the volume down a little bit so that you stay employed and you don't come after us. So what else you got, brother? I think that's
That's it. 113.
That's it, guys. 114.
114.
Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you, man. We out.
Oye, te hablo desde la prisión. Wilson Manyoma.